Absolutely. Clark County has their own weapons, but as far as Great Crossing go, Vince Dawson took advantage of the extra year in basketball. This is his 5th year. Gage Richardson seems like he's been there forever. He's a senior. Malachi, I coached my last year coaching in Franklin County. We played them in the district semifinal, and Malachi was an 8th grader, and you could tell he was very awkward with the ball, but you could tell defensively he's blocking shots and anticipating and never really took shot fakes. You could tell he was going to be elite defensively even 4 or 5 years ago.
And Vince Dawson is the other perimeter player, and also he's a young man that knocked down 2 3-pointers in the regional final against Lexington Catholic last year that propelled him to the state tournament.
Yeah, I think the roof blew off of Dunbar when he made that one at the buzzer to get them to their first ever state championship. And kind of the unsung hero for Great Crossing here in the last few weeks, Janias Burrell, who had played, he also took advantage of his 5th year, decided not to play anymore a few weeks ago. Insert L.J. Holman, who has gotten plenty of interest from Division I schools, has, since being a starter, has averaged 14 points and shoots 68% from the floor, and he is 25th in the state in field goal percentage, which is unheard of from a point guard.
And for George Rogers Clark, Malachi Ashford is a straw that stirs the drink, averages 15 points a ball game. And you got Eli Craig, a sharpshooter, averaging 12 points. Montez Gay averages 12. Amari Bartleson, big 6'7" kid, who averages 9 points. And now they got Maddox Hager, a 6'6" sophomore, starting for him. He averages 8 points. So Clark County has some weapons.
Absolutely. I don't know if Clark County has great ball handlers as a team, but Malachi Ashford is, as you say, the head on the snake, because he is a great ball handler, can handle pressure, plays at different speeds. He's an excellent point guard.
We'll be back after this, the GRC in Winchester. It's Great Crossing and George Rogers Clark after this. We're back here at George Rogers Clark High School, Winchester, Kentucky. The first game was won by the state's #1 team, Sacred Heart, as they defeated GRC 80-68 behind 28 points from Tootie Jordan and 26 from Johnson. 54 of the 80 points for those two young ladies. This game will be Josh Cook against Steve Page. Great Crossing, #2 in this state. I almost said #1 because everybody's saying St. Axe is good, but Great Crossing's better. I don't know. Head-to-head, they beat Great Crossing. George Rogers Clark is number 7. And Tony, all they've done is win about 11, 12 games in a row. They're 20-3, Clark County.
Well, you know, Gary, last year was the first time in 4 years they haven't been to the state tournament, so I'm sure that sits in their craw a little bit. So they actually play in the toughest district, in my opinion, in the 10th region. Paris is much improved. Bourbon is much improved. Montgomery County just beat Bourbon County in overtime, so it's going to be those two in the semifinals. And you know, you're looking at a Clark County, Montgomery County having 4 games against each other. That district final could flip around and be a regional final. And I know Coach Cook wants to get these Cardinals back to Rep Arena in the state tournament.
Well, George Rogers Clark has some weapons. We talked about that. They have Craig and Ashford, Gay and Bartleson, and also Hager. We'll step out. We'll come back and tell you some more about this game. It's on the CW. Thanks for the game tonight on CW. We'll be back after this. Let's go to Aaron Rose as he has Steve Page.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I have Steve Page here with me. Steve, big game tonight here on the CW. How's the team feeling? What's the overall thoughts going into this contest?
Oh, we feel good. I mean, I know it's a big game. A lot of people, we played in a lot of these. For us, it's second nature. We don't consider it that big of a game, to be quite honest.
So what about Moreno? Moreno, he's your go-to. How's he feeling? Is he ready to go?
Oh, yeah, he's always ready to go. We're going to play through him, have some fun playing through him, and have a good night.
All right, thank you so much. Good luck tonight. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Aaron Rose. We're just about set for the starting lineups and the tip-off here tonight, Tony.
Yeah, I look forward to what will turn out to be a fantastic girls game between Sacred Heart and Clark County, won by Sacred Heart 80-68. Now we get 2 of the top 7 teams in the state in Great Crossing and Clark County. A lot on the line tonight. As you said, Coach Cook has won 55 in a row here, and I understand what Coach Page said. These guys are seasoned. They're senior heavy. They've been through these battles before, so this is kind of what, as a player at Great Crossing or Clark County, this is kind of the games you live for before the postseason.
And the starting lineups tonight for Great Crossing, Vince Dawson, Malachi Marino, L.J. Holman, Gage Richardson, Jamari Mason. That's the starting 5. Starting 5 with George Rogers Clark, Malachi Ashford, Eli Craig, Montez Gay, Amari Bartleson, and Maddox Hager big 6'6" guy. So you got some size. And Mario Bartleson 6'7", Gay is 6'5", and Hager 6'6" to go up against a 7-footer Malachi Moreno and 6'5" Vince Dawson.
Well, that's the one question I have about Malachi Moreno is I haven't seen him play in person since last year, but you can see his skill levels developing. Is he going to be able to handle the banging that Clark County is going to bring, the physicalness? If he can, handle that physicality through a number of different people, then Great Crossing will probably be in pretty good shape.
There's Holman, the starter, taking over Julius Burrell, who left the team.
A 6'7" senior, number 1, Vince Dawson.
Vince Dawson. What'd they say, 6'7" for him?
At guard.
Vince is about 6'3", 6'4", but he's got broad shoulders. Just a good, solid kid.
Jamari Mason, number 10.
At guard, a 6'4" senior,
Gage
number
Richardson.
11,
I really like Gage Richardson. I think he's a key component of this team.
Gary, I really think that Gage's switch flipped. He made a couple big shots in the regional final against Catholic, but he had such a great state tournament. And in the game they lost in the state semifinal against Lyon County, he kept them in that game. And I think that kind of flipped the switch for him to have the kind of year he's having this year.
Nice crowd in there tonight, Tony. We got a really good crowd.
Hey, see two great basketball games, see two McDonald High School All-Americans.
Yep.
No better place to be than right here tonight.
And Malachi Ashford, there you see number 3 being introduced.
At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 4,
Eli Craig, 6'2". He's a sharpshooter. If he gets going, you got to watch out for him.
He's deadly when he gets his feet set.
6'5" sophomore, number 11,
Montez Gay.
You're getting old. Montez Gay's dad played here at Clark County. I played against him. That's not funny, Gary.
Well, you are getting old.
I don't need to be reminded.
And there's Bartleson, 6'7".
The thing with Bartleson last year, he played at transferred from Bourbon County, and he played a lot out on the floor. And Coach Cook was like, no, man, you're 6'7", thick kid, you're playing inside.
Yep.
And I think it's made him be more effective, which really has helped Clark County.
Yep. So Malachi Moreno will jump center for Great Crossing. They're in their dark uniforms with a green trim. You got Dawson, Richardson, Moreno. You also got Mason and Holman. You got Hager, Ashford, Craig Gay, and Bartleson for GRC. Let's see if anybody brings us any plays in off on the jump. You know what I mean?
Clark County had a great opening tip play. Get up on Sacred Heart 2-0.
So here's the tip, and this high school basketball game is underway. Gets it over to Gage Richardson. Richardson looks in, goes to Holman on the right side. Holman back over to Richardson, to Vince Dawson, down low to Malachi Moreno. Double team. Gets
2-3 zone, Gary.
Gets over to Mason. Mason gives it back to Holman, and it's a good hands by Clark County coming the other way. Gay, no good. Had to open layup there, Tony.
Yeah, didn't use his left hand.
Richardson comes over to right side. Dawson, no good back of the rim. Rebounded by Malachi, and the dunk.
You got to get him down low and get him away from the basket. He is so long and has such good hands. He just jumps over top of you.
He's a rim shaker. We saw that rim want to come down, didn't we?
Yeah, that's not going to be his only dunk tonight. I'm going to make that. I think that's a safe bet.
Well, he shoots 70%. And there's a shot put up by Clark County. It won't go. That shot was put up by Ashford. Here comes Moreno. Holman. Gage Richardson out of the corner. Won't go. Rebounded by Montez Gay. They give it back out front to Malachi Ashford. Looking for the pick out front. Ashford driving down, puts it up and rolls it in. Nice move. Malachi Ashford with a nice move to the basket.
Yeah, great screen and roll action out high. Malachi Moreno was just a half a step slow from blocking that shot.
Gage Richardson in the middle to Mason, over to Holman. Down low to Malachi. Everything goes through Malachi as he falls down. And they're going to give it back, I think, to Greg Crossing.
You know, Clark County is leaving a huge gap in the middle of that zone, and Jamari Mason it only averages 2.6 points a game. I'd like to see Gage Richardson go to the point, put Vince Dawson in the middle, and let him go to work. He is deadly from 10 to 15 feet. There you go.
Dawson turn around, back of the rim, no, gets a rebound, puts it up, no good. Rebounded, a nice rebound by Gay. Gets it out to Ashford. Works in, Bartleson down low. And Craig is setting to pick up top, and now picked by Bartleson. Ashford kick off his foot, and it goes out of bounds to GRC. We're tied at 2 apiece, Tony, 5:52 in the first.
What makes that hard to guard, it's a flat double ball screen, so he can choose either side. So as a defender, you don't know which way he's going to go.
Exactly right. Hager gives back to Ashford, Malachi Ashford. Averaging 15, almost 16 points. Got the only bucket of the game so far. Over to Craig. Now low to Hager. Hager looking for cutters. Gets it out. Here's Craig. Shot in and out. And let's see, Dawson touched it out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little lazy on the block out there. I mean, Bartleson, that's a big kid. Long. He's got long arms.
Yeah.
You got to do a
6'7". Ashford comes over to Hager. Southpaw lets a rip. Good. Three-pointer.
That doesn't seem fair. A lefty shooting 6'7" kid shooting threes.
In the corner comes to Mason. Tries to go and it's stolen away. Gay, a slam dunk. 7-2.
That's what Gay does. He is a slasher and a finisher.
That shot went off mark and kicked and picked up by Hager. Good run down by Hager. Gives to Malachi Ashford. Works down low. He sees a 7-footer.
Yes, I know. I'm going to choose better.
I'm going to come out of here with this.
My mama raised me better than that.
4:48 to go in the first quarter. Ashford working right side. Takes it to the basket. Put it up. No good. Might have been deflected by Marino. Working down low. Mason goes baseline, little runner, got it.
Nice play there.
Nice shot by Jamari Mason, and a timeout called with 4:31 to go here in the first quarter. 7-4. GRC and Josh Cook saw something he did not like.
He sure did. He pounced off that bench. You know, Gary, here's the thing. Malachi Moreno gets 4 blocks a game, but all great shot blockers don't always have to block shots. Right there, Ashford saw him coming and adjusted and rushed it just enough where it spun off the rim, and that is where Malachi Moreno is a complete game changer underneath the basket.
7-4. What did Josh Cook see there, Tony?
I think they got a little lazy on defense and kind of got out of rotation where Ashford got kind of stuck guarding 2 people, and so he took Vince Dawson and gave up the lane to Mason for the runner.
Ashford works it across. Full court pressure applied by Holman. Ashford works it across. Gets a pick from Bartleson. Slides right. Now goes to the basket on the good dribble drive. Left hand up and in. Nice dribble drive by Ashford to the basket.
Play change speeds 2 or 3 different times on that drive.
Over comes to Mason. Holman. Pass to Dawson. Back to Holman. And lets a 3 go. No, Malachi. And it's blocked away by Bartleson. Gets it back to Gage. Lets it go and hits a 3 way out front.
Yeah, you can't leave him
Richardson.
open. Can't leave him open.
9-7. GRC by 2. Malachi works it across on Holman. Ashford to the basket. Stop. Pops a 3. Back of the rim, no. Hager taps it, but Vince Dawson comes up with it for Greg Crossing. Over to Gage Richardson, 3. Back of the rim, no. Malachi taps. Bartleson taps. Coming down with it is Gay. Montez Gay over to Craig. Three-pointer off the rim. Battle for it. And Gage Richardson comes down with it. We're going to have a foul called on GRC.
Craig was just a little bit off balance there and rushed it a little bit.
Okay, we got a media timeout here. We'll be back after this on the CW and KYT in Pratt Spin. We're back here at George Rogers Clark High School. 9-7, they lead Great Crossing. What do you think early on? I think the advantage goes to Clark County early on. They're being the aggressor.
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job in their zone now. Great Crossing has made the adjustment, putting Dawson in the middle, so we'll see how that plays out because there's big gaps there. But they're trying to do their best to keep Malachi Moreno out of the middle. So far so good. 9-7 lead Clark County.
Holman over to Vince Dawson to Gage Richardson. He comes back in the middle to Holman, trying to go down to Moreno. Tipped away. A couple guys got a hand on that one. There's a shot, won't go. Moreno gets it, puts it up, and then they say no shot. It's going to be a foul before the shot. And that fouls. Maddox Hager is going to pick it up, his first. He's a good-looking kid. Got a good stroke out of the corner, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Lobs in. Hager knocks it away. Moreno was trying to get the lob, but 6'7".
I think Coach Cook had seen that one on film. That was not close to being open.
Right. Coach Cook is a quick study. Makes a lot of adjustments. Comes to Mason. Back to Holman. To Richardson. Fakes a three. Moves in a little bit closer. That's off the rim. Tapped up, and it comes down. And Mason double teamed in the corner. Gets it now to Malachi Moreno. Puts it up. He's going to be fouled by the big guy, Mari Bartleson.
Now that's a play Malachi couldn't have made a year or two ago. Drove baseline, used the rim as a protector. The only way Bartleson could have gotten anywhere close to the ball, he had to go through him. He gets two free throws. Malachi Moreno has shot 148 free throws on the year.
Gets fouled a lot. He cuts it down to 1 point. He gets tied up through 2:37 mark in the first quarter. He'll play at the University of Kentucky next year. He'll join Perry and Trent Noah and Jasper Johnson.
Man, he's kind of blown up here, hasn't he?
I tell you, I kick and play. He can only play. He's got some hops, Jasper Johnson.
His family's not very athletic. I don't know where he got it from.
I don't know where he got that. Might have got it from his mother. 9-9, 2:33 to go in the first quarter. GRC's Malachi Ashford comes over to Gay. Bartleson down low. Big guy puts it up off the glass and got it. Hager.
Hager was able to use his lower body to create space.
He's got 5 points in the ball game. Richardson hit a big three out front for Great Crossing. Turnaround, Richardson. And that's in and out. Rebounded by Malachi Moreno up and in.
You got to put a butt on him. But that middle is wide open. If Great Crossing can make those mid-range jump shots, I'm not sure what Coach Cook is going to switch defenses.
Malachi Ashford goes over right side to Craig. Craig moves in, trying to go to Bartleson. Bartleson on Dawson. And knocked out of bounds. And Dawson with the good hands. We got a Sam Spillman. Junior checks in for Bartleson. Boy, you lose some size on that. You lose 7 inches.
Yeah, rebounding is always the key when you play Great Crossing. But when you sub out and lose 7 or 8 inches, all 5 really have to go to the glass
and
now.
There's a bad pass thrown way ahead of the out-of-bound guy, Malachi Ashford, who can't chase it down. It goes to Great Crossing on the turnover.
Holman's kind of picked up his defensive pressure on Ashford. I don't think he getting beat off the dribble there a couple times. So he has caused some more problems here in the last couple possessions.
Inbound pass, and Holman, who's taken over for the guard who left the team. Julius Burrell out front. And we got just check it in. Javante Cooper to Dawson. Turnaround 15-footer, no good. Malachi Moreno rebounds, loses control of it, and he's going to be fouled by Hager. I tell you, Hager's a football player. He doesn't mind the contact.
No, not at all. And you know what? Malachi stuck right there with it. Impressive to see how much he has developed.
His physical body's really developed since his freshman year, too.
Oh, absolutely.
He's much thicker. Trying to give him the lead, and he does.
I wonder if you'll see, and I know Clark County will run some run and jump and get the ball out of Holman's hands because he's their primary ball handler.
Malachi Moreno.
Make some quicker, force Great Crossing to make some quicker decisions.
Moreno tries on the second free throw. Up, and it's good. 13-11. Great Crossing. We're GRC, minute 17 in the first quarter. And backcourt, Spillman works it across. Spillman dogged there by Cooper. They just checked into the game, those two guys. Bartleson gives it back now to Spillman. Spillman gets a pick, and there's going to be a foul call, and it's going to go on Great Crossing before the shot.
If Great Crossing, if you're Clark County and Great Crossing is going to come out and turn up the heat, you've got to be willing to attack the basket.
And Jamie Lynn Johnson checks into the game. Bartleson gives it up to Eli Craig. Craig handling it out front on Richardson. That's a good matchup, isn't it?
Absolutely.
He gives it to Ashford. 39 seconds. Works it down low. Over goes to Spillman. Spots up a three. Got it. Spillman knocks it down. 14-13. GRC with the lead now. Dawson comes across for Great Crossing. Gives it up over to Cooper. Just checked in moments ago. Over to Gage Richardson. Back to Dawson. Over to Richardson. Out front to Javante Cooper. Here's Malachi Moreno, and it's stolen away by Craig. Leads it out, and there's a long three off the mark. Shot there by Ashford, and then there's a full-court shot, a three-quarter court shot, a little bit short. We'll go to the second quarter. GRC lead 14-13 over Great Crossing. We'll be back with the second quarter on the CW Lexington and Pretspin, thanks to King of Stream, William Warfield. We'll get to those first quarter stats after this possession. Ashford has it. He backs it back out, and Bartleson's going to come and set a pick for him up high. He rolls right. Ashford gives it to Craig, Eli Craig. Back to Spillman, who hit the three earlier in that first quarter. He backs it out. Spillman's going to be a good player at GRC. Works it down low. He misses the handle. And there's Bartleson on the floor, tied up. In the first quarter stats, Tony, they were impressive.
It was the big thing. Great Crossing was only 4 of 16 from the floor, 1 of 5 from the three. Malachi Moreno had 8 points, 6 rebounds. They out-rebounded Clark County 14-5, 8 offensive rebounds, 5 of those to Malachi Moreno. Clark County was led by Malachi Ashford with 4 and Jamelin Johnson with 5.
Gage Richardson. They go out top, and there's going to be a foul called.
He landed funny. I'm glad he wasn't hurt there.
Trevante Cooper, his first foul. First foul on Johnson. Inbound pass goes to Holman. Works down, gives it to Gage Richardson. Looking at a 2-3 zone now, Tony. Marino.
When it's up top, they're going to give up the middle, but they really smash it down.
Here's Holman. Three-pointer back of the rim, no. Stuck up and in by Richardson. Good stick back.
Another offensive rebound. They're killing Clark County on the offensive glass.
Yeah, you said it was 14-5 in the first quarter.
That's 9 offensive rebounds in a little bit over a quarter of play.
Ashford working on Holman. Taking it to the basket. Kicks it over the left side. Here's a wing shot. No good, off the mark by Johnson. Picked up by Malachi Marino. Over now to Gage Richardson. Dawson. Over to Cooper. Back it goes to Richardson. Soft shot won't go, and rebounded there by Eli Craig.
Great flash by Richardson and great pass by Cooper. Just rushed the shot just a little bit.
We got a great crowd in here tonight at GRC.
For a Wednesday night?
This is awesome. Ashford gets it over to Craig. He goes to Johnson. Back it goes to Ashford, looking for Spillman. Down the lane. Here's a floater off the mark, rebounded by Malachi Marino. Pulls it off. Says, let me have it. Marino in the corner. Three-pointer won't go by Holman. Rebounded by Marino. Turns around, left hand rolls off. And there's a stick back up and in by Holman.
2 more offensive rebounds. Hager having 2 fouls is a major problem with Coach Cook. And I know when I used to coach, I was a 2-foul, sit them in the first half, but you're playing with fire here. It's only a 3-point game, but he might have to play. And there he comes as we're talking about it.
Yep, there you go. Ashford gets a little bump from Holman. He's called for the foul. 5:15 to go in the first half. Maddox Hager's up off the GRC bench, and so is Gay. They come in for Bartleson and for Fry. I look for Montez Gay to get going in this first half.
Yeah, he's super hard to guard when he gets going downhill. That's it. That's his game.
Ashford.
Ooh, that's quick.
Comes out top, spinning and stolen away by Vince Dawson. Left side goes to Holman. Reverses it, no, and rebounded. And over the back is going to be called on Moreno, I think.
Yeah, great look by Dawson. Holman didn't catch it quite clean enough to finish on the left side. Great move to get the reverse layup and just spun off. We've seen a lot of balls tonight, even in the girls' game, just kind of go in and spin out.
Good-looking freshman Connor Morgeson checks into the ball game for GRC. He's a really good freshman. He's in the corner with a number 15. Ashford out top to Hager. Spillman makes it high off the glass, up and in. Boy, I tell you, he really used the glass for that. I almost threw it over the backboard.
I thought Cooper did a great job playing defense. Just a little bit better offense.
17-16, GRC and Great Crossing. Great Crossing by 1 point, 4:25 to go. First half here at George Rogers Clark in Winchester. Here's an alley-oop. Can't put it up and in as Marino caught it, but Hager stood his ground. Spillman. Over goes Morgerson. Pass, good hands there by Spillman.
Sign him up for the football team.
Oh,
Put him at
man.
receiver.
Working down low. Tries to reverse it left. He's fouled there by Mason.
That was on Mason. That is his first.
First foul on Jamari Mason.
That sends Spillman to the line.
So Spillman to shoot two. It can give the lead back with 4 minutes to go and a half. Both games tonight, the GRC girls against Sacred Heart was an outstanding game. This turned out to be another great game here, and this one in the boys. Great Crossing and GRC.
As you'd expect with 2 top 10 teams in the state of Kentucky.
Right. Spillman, he's a junior. Boy, he knocked down the 3 out front, then drove to the basket, put it out the window, showing all his versatility.
He sure is, Gary. He's come in giving them a great lift off the bench.
And he's going to have 7 points if he makes his free throw. Misses it, 6 points for.
Well, he averages 5, so.
Yeah, he's over his average. 3:53 to go, first half. 17-all. Malachi Marino, top of the circle.
Man-to-man here.
Gage Richardson goes to Dawson. Lob down to Marino, and he's going to be grabbed and going to call a foul. And that's going to be on Morgerson. And Bartleson's going to get into the game. And we got a media timeout. Timeout on the floor with 3:42 to go in the first half, tied at 17. We'll be back to GRC after this timeout on CW. Let's go down to Aaron Rose. He's got something for us.
Gentlemen, it's all about atmosphere and intensity down here for GRC. Coach Cook really talking to his team about shoring up the defense a little bit. Don't let the lanes get open. This is going to be a great matchup here this evening. Guys, back to you.
Thank you. There's Vince Dawson on the right side to Holman. It's stolen. Spillman's got it. Spillman stops from 3, and it's in and out. Rebounded, and it's stuck back. No. And it goes over to Gage Richardson as Gay had a good opportunity at it.
Yeah, he attacked the glass that time.
Holman to Vince Dawson. Down low to Malachi. Turns around, hooks it up and in.
If Clark County stays man-to-man, I'm not sure why you'd run anything else. That high-low with Dawson at the mid-post, that's deadly.
Everything goes through Moreno, according to Steve Page. He's our first option every time. Morganson on the left side, good handles. Works it down low. Kicks it out to Bartleson. Blocked away. Moreno gets it. He's going to come down and slam it. 21-17 on the Moreno dunk. He's got at least 12 in this game. Had 8 in the first quarter. Ashford gives it up to Gay. Comes over to Morganson. Working there on Gage Richardson. Back to Ashford. Ashford down the lane. Throws it up. No good. Malachi Marino rebounds.
Ashford had created space, but he knew he was there.
Marino rebounded by GRC. Over to Morganson, and three-pointer good.
36% three-point shooter for the freshman. Great find by Ashford.
Sure was. Vince Dawson comes out to Mason. Back to Dawson, spinning. Scoop shot won't go, and it's tipped out. Good hustle there by Holman. He's got an open lane up and in. Holman puts it up with the left hand. 23-20, great crossing.
Yeah,
minute 40.
They are just wearing Clark County out on the offensive glass and making them pay for it.
Official wanting something wiped up, I believe. Yep. Something on the baseline he saw. Gary Ball and Tony Wise on CW. High school basketball. Boy, it didn't get any better than Great Crossing and GRC does it. Combined records are 42-7 for these two teams.
Yeah, they don't lose much, do they?
Sure don't. Josh Cook is 55-0 in this building. Has never lost here at GRC. Minute 39. Steve Page in the pregame told our Aaron Rose that just another game. I guess it is. Ashford knocked away. Morganson tipped away, and it's going to be knocked out there by Mason.
You know, Gary, one of the things that I used to try to tell my guys is that every high school floor has a volleyball court in it. If you get outside of that volleyball court, only bad things can happen, because now you bring in the midcourt, the baseline, and the sideline as an extra defender, and that's what happened to Clark County. They got lucky there.
Ashford's got a three, and he bangs it in. Malachi Ashford.
Little Michael Jordan push off, create a little space,
Sure
knocked
was.
in a big three, big basket.
If it works, and it worked beautifully for Ashford. Malachi Marino out top to Mason. Mason drives down. It's blocked by big 6'7". Amari Bartleson comes over and rejects that one.
Yeah, that's great help side defense there. Nowhere to go. You'd like to see him if he could keep it in play, but still a great defensive effort by Bartleson.
49 seconds to go in the first half. Marino on top, comes over to Dawson. To Gage Richardson, a three, off the mark, rebounded down low, and stolen away by Ashford. He goes in and sneaks it away and goes to the basket with the left hand and lays it up and rolls off.
Yeah, Moreno went from 7-1 to about 3-1. Got it right down to Ashford for get a hand on it.
We're going to have a couple of subs, Maddox Campbell, and also coming in, Jamie Lynn Johnson.
Well, that's Bartleson's second as well. We need, if you're a Clark County fan, need to get him to half without picking that third one up.
What a steal. Morganson's going to lead it out to Ashford. He's going to go down, lay it up and in.
Well, Morganson's given he and Spillman have given Clark County quite the lift off the bench.
Defensively, yes. Couple big steals. 25-23. Lead for GRC here in the first half. Dawson pushed away out front by Morganson. Goes to Richardson, lob down low. Oh, what a shot.
Great
as
pass.
He gets it in one movement, and he banked it in.
Oh.
And that long court shot almost went it. What a shot. We didn't describe that well enough. As Marino got that pass and put it up, that was a great shot.
Just got great hands for a big man that will parlay to success for the next level.
Let's go down there and Rose.
Here with Coach Cook. And, Coach, it's a very intense first half. Tied at 25 going into the locker room. How you feeling about your team right now?
I mean, we're fighting. We're battling. we got to be smarter at times about defensive rotations, talk more, because when you leave them, they're going to make you pay. But our kids are fighting. We're in a good basketball game, probably where we're right where we need to be. We just got to go out and play the second half.
What kind of adjustments are you looking at for this half?
We got to talk on D. That's what it really comes down to is the shots they're getting is when we are taking a break vocally. And, that's the key. You ain't going to win a game like this unless you do that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coach.
That's Aaron Rose down there with Josh Cook doing a great job. We're at halftime, and it's tied at 25-all between GRC and Great Crossing. We'll be back on the CW and Pretspin, the leading network producer of high school sports in the state, Pretspin. We'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back to Winchester, Kentucky at GRC, George Rogers Clark High School, or Clark County as I know it by, as I attended Clark County back in the early 70s, with Tony Wise, the great coach and now commentator here on the network. He's going over those stats with a fine-tooth comb, and I'm trying to give him time to do it, but Tony, everybody at home wants to know some of those stats, so let's fire it to him.
All right, we'll get the stats, and we'll break them down here, Gary. First of all, Great Crossing is led by none other than Malachi Moreno, who has 14 points and 12 rebounds, which would be a good game for most 99% of the rest of high school basketball players. He had 6 points and 6 rebounds again in the second quarter alone. They've done a great job on Dawson, who was 0 for 6 from the floor. Gage Richardson is 2 for 8, so those two are 2 for 14. So if you're really kind of Coach Page and Great Crossing, you're like, we haven't made a thing. We're killing them on the glass. We're really making them working hard for their points, and we're tied at halftime. On the flip side of that, you're like, we hope we start making these shots that we're missing. Clark County is led by Malachi Ashford, who had 9 points, 3 assists. Sam Spillman came in, chipped in 6 points off the bench, only averages 5 a game. He's already cleared that season average. And Connor Morgeson hit the big 3. That's 9 points off the bench that Coach Cook has gotten from his reserves. And Maddox Hager, who had the 2 fouls, has only played 8 minutes and 17 seconds and had 5 points.
Yeah, but showed a stroke out of the left side with a 3-pointer.
Absolutely. They need him on the floor. Now, the rebounding totals, 27 for Great Crossing, 10 for Clark County. Clark County has 2 offensive rebounds. Great Crossing has 14 offensive rebounds. That is, if you're Clark County, you're like, we've gotten destroyed on the glass. Malachi Moreno has dominated the game, and we're tied. So I think both coaches have an argument that we're in a good spot. We're halfway through. We're tied. There's things we can get better at, so we can win the game here in the second half.
Well, I can see why Josh Cook has not lost the game here in this arena, because they are tough at home, aren't they?
Well, he's only lost one in this arena. Do you know who it was to?
No, sir.
My man's trying to win $500. I'm sorry, I got distracted. How can we sign up for that? 2020-2021 Madison Central, the 11th region champions that year, beat Clark County in this gym in that season. His only loss.
Yeah, but he's 55-0 since then.
Yeah, he's won 55 in a row since then.
Let's take a break here on CWKYT and Kretschmann. 25 all here at halftime. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, and we've got Aaron Rose down with Steve Page.
Coach Page is one heck of a first half between both of the squads. I guess the big story right now is the offensive rebounding.
Yeah, well, we're obviously rebounding. We're just not putting it back in. So we're 10 for 32 in the first half. We're not moving the ball. Our guys are holding it, allowing the defense to shift. We need to move the ball a little bit better. Our threes, 1 for 8, but most of them are on standstill threes. They're not kicking it in and kicking it out. So we just got to move the ball a little better. Continue to win the glass, obviously, but we got to make the shots and make those offensive rebounds mean something.
Was that the message to your team at the half?
Yeah, we kind of got out our point guards not being our point guard so far today, and he's a young kid. He'll be fine in the second half. We just got to make better plays and quit holding the basketball.
Coach, thank you so much. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Aaron Rose. Aaron Rose down on the sidelines, and I'm Gary Ball with Tony Wise and King of Stream, William Moorfield here high at top. We're up at the second level here at the, what do they call this gym? Just George Rogers Clark High School, Cardinal Gym.
Oh, it's a fantastic facility. I've never been here before.
It's a great facility. Great facility, one of the best in the state. And the 10th region is in Montgomery County for some reason. I don't know why they don't hold it here right every year.
I think they rotated. I don't know what that rotation is, but I know it rotates between Mason, Clark, and Montgomery.
Yeah, I guess they don't want to give an advantage to either team, so just rotate it. We're just about set for the second half. Tony, you got any more stats for us?
Yeah,
any numbers?
The two keys we talked about, the bench play from Clark County coming out and helping out the Cardinals. 17-0 second chance points for Great Crossing. And as Coach Page mentioned, only 1 3-pointer. So Clark County's outscored them 12-3 from the line.
Ashford works it across for GRC. Working down the lane. Needs to get out of it. He's got Mason on him. And he dribbled it on the sideline, I believe.
Yeah, a little too much dribbling. He didn't do that the first half.
He had Jamar Mason on him defensively, and Mason was really getting after him, Tony.
He sure was.
Working across is Holman. Holman goes to Gage Richardson. Down low out to Mason. He's got an open three. Fires it, no good. Rebounding. Coming out with it is Craig. Craig goes to Gay. Lets it go, no good. Tapped out, and this goes to Ashford. Goes over now to Craig. Back to Malachi. Ashford. He goes to Sam Spillman. Bounce it back to Ashford. Looking for a pick. A lot of movement out front, but not much going on.
No, not at all. Going back to the little horns look here. I'd like to see him go that flat ball screen. They didn't have an answer for it in the first half.
Craig runs into Malachi Moreno. Goes to Bartleson. Malachi altered that shot. He
doesn't have to block a shot.
Nope.
Just stand up there and challenge it.
Deflects it. Holman over to Gage Richardson. Back to Holman. Cross court skips it. Here's Mason's three, and it's good.
They're gonna make him make shots.
We made that one. 28-25. Ashford into the free throw line, brings it back out. Working on LJ Holman.
Well, Mason shoots 30%, so they're gonna make him make shots.
Spillman overcomes to Bartleson. Gives it back to Ashford. Drives in. Comes back to Bartleson. Bartleson. Down low. Blocked away by Moreno. As Craig turned around, thought he had an open shot. Here came Moreno.
He's so elite defensively. Makes it look very easy.
Malachi Ashford set to put it in play. Comes over to Craig. Craig.
Need to get Craig a shot.
Ashford cut off by Moreno. Throws it up and fouled by Moreno.
Fouls on Moreno. That is his second.
Shout out to Ben, Becky, and Kerry with CKC softball.
You know, Gary, Eli Craig has taken 20 more three-point shots than any kid on Clark County's team, and he only has 2 shot attempts, only 1 three-point attempt in the first half. Had to figure out a way to get him a couple rips from the arc.
So Malachi Ashford makes the first free throw. He's trying to cut it down to a point. He does. 28-27. Great Crossing. 5:45 to go in the third quarter here at George Rogers Clark High School in Winchester, Kentucky. Winchester. Come on, Tony. You know what I mean by Winchester. Here's Gage. Down to Moreno. Turns and tries to hook it up, and then he's fouled. Take your pick. I think it was on Bartleson.
If it is, that's his third. It is.
Yeah, it's on Bartleson.
It's his third. It switched to a little 1-2-2 action. Thought the 2-3 has been their best defense up until this point.
What about this crowd in here, Tony?
For Wednesday night, it's fantastic.
Are you saying Friday night it would be even better?
I would say probably so.
Probably be a packed house.
Okay, Hager comes in. He's got 2 fouls. See if he can get away by some minutes without.
And you see who comes in there also, Connor Morganson, the freshman sensation. Malachi makes his first and his second free throw. Makes it 30-27. Morganson, great ball handler. Puts it across the timeline.
Plays with quite a bit of savvy for a freshman.
Spinning, free throw line jumper short. Rebounded by Moreno. How many rebounds now for Moreno?
608, feels like.
Yeah. He's going for 2,000 points and 2,000 rebounds in his career. Coach says he can probably get that if they go pretty far, if they get to the tournament and win a few games. Morganson goes over down to Gay, to the basket, and it's blocked by Moreno.
That's a great job by Gage Richardson. Even though he left the floor, he still was in a legal guarding position. And Gay created all the contact, and of course, Moreno over there to clean up the mess.
Vince and also the Holman, the other guard, and Dawson Holman reached in, knocked it out of bounds. So it'll be GRC ball. Gay puts it in play. Right in front of Josh Cook. And we have a big guy checking in for, and that's 34, Tony.
Brady Orem.
Brady Orem. So Orem into the game.
He is a freshman as well. Big old kid for a freshman.
First time we've seen him in the ball game.
I bet he gets better every day playing against Malachi in practice.
Orem working on Gay. Gay to the basket, and he's fouled by Orem. So
I like what Clark kind of did right there.
Yeah, they took it right to him.
Yeah, he hadn't played all game. Our best slasher on him. Let's get it to the basket.
He'll shoot 2. Gay will shoot 2.
Yeah, I didn't think he was shooting. Yeah, they got it out on the baseline.
I thought he was shooting.
Malachi Moreno came over. I couldn't really see it. He takes up so much space.
Malachi Ashford over to Craig. Thought about this shot, but Dawson cut him off.
Yeah, Dawson's doing a good job not letting him get him any room to get comfortable.
Has Dawson scored in this game?
He has not. Can't remember I've ever seen that.
I don't think I've ever seen that either. But it's still 4:28 to go in the third. And Morganson blocked away by Moreno. He gets it out, and good hands, and it goes to GRC. Good hands by Ashford.
Yeah, I thought that was a good call. I thought L.J. Holman hit it.
Inbound goes to Ashford, working across on Holman. 4:15 to go. Montez Gay. Here goes a nice soft shot by Hager.
Yeah, I like that isolation with Orem. You putting Orem and Moreno in the ball screen defense.
And Dawson heard me because he scoops that one up and in. First basket for Vince Dawson, 32-29.
The one thing about Vince Dawson, he can go the whole game and not do anything, and then before you know it, he goes on a mini run himself.
And there's a steal, stick back by Moreno, and Holman's miss. 3:29 to go in the third quarter. Here comes GRC. Ashford to the basket, right side, rolls off. Rebounded by Dawson. Boy, he picking up the pace. Shoots a 3 out front and misses it. Picked up by Holman. Holman comes out top to Orem. Right side to Gage Richardson, missed it. And stripped away there from Dawson.
Man, great rebound.
Gage just ripped it away from him. Crossing over to the basket. And Craig is going to be called for the travel.
Again, that's where Moreno just changes the game.
So we've got a media timeout here at GRC. 34-29. Great crossing on top, 3:02 in the third. We'll be back after this timeout on the CW. We'll be back. Okay, we're back at George Rogers Clark. 34-29. 3:02 to go in the third quarter, Tony.
Yeah, we need Clark County to. I'd like to see them stay in that little ball screen action where Hager hit the little lefty floater.
Dawson.
I think they can isolate and create some space and get Marino away from the basket a little
Richardson has it stripped away. Coming away with it, Montez Gay goes over to Craig, lines it up, and it's no good.
First clean look he's had.
Couldn't get it to go. 2:44 in the third. Vince Dawson comes over to L.J. Holman. Holman really hasn't had a great game either, has
No,
he?
they've done a great job on him. It's only his 7th or 8th start. So.
Gage Richardson, three-pointer, won't go. Rebounded by Marino. Down low, and shot put up and in by Holman.
Looking at the stats, do you know Malachi Moreno was 2nd on the team in assists behind L.J. Holman?
He's got, what, about 20 rebounds?
Feels like it.
Ashford to Gay, lines up a three, good.
Only a 26% shooter. That's a big shot for Clark County. They needed that badly.
2:10. 30-second timeout. Let's go down to Aaron Rose on the court. Aaron?
Oh, gentlemen, again, it's atmosphere around here, and the intensity is starting to pick up, albeit a little bit of a low-scoring game. We're looking at 36-32 going into the end of the third period here. But, again, I think, hearing the Great Crossing bench, it's really all about Moreno right now. And if he can be there for the rebounds and get the putbacks and get the assists, that's going to be a big, big help for the Warhawks. Gentlemen, back to you.
That's what he's been doing so far, Tony.
Absolutely. He has dominated the game on both ends, as he usually does.
He'll go to the University of Kentucky and play for the Wildcats. And he is not a work in progress. He's going to be an impact player, I think, right away. Don't you?
Could be, especially the way that Coach Pope plays his offense.
Here's Holman across the line. Holman working on Ashford. Gets it up in the corner to Richardson Gage. Back to Dawson, top of the key. Dawson looking down at Moreno, over to Gage. Richardson, and he might have traveled with it, but they say a foul's called. And Aaron Rose, did we ever get the officials tonight? Did we ever get these officials?
Yeah, we got I know them.
Okay.
Raymond Lightfoot, James McMillan, and Matt Booth.
Why didn't you tell us earlier?
I don't really like any of them. So.
Oh, now you do too.
No, those are 3 good friends of mine. They're great officials. I had to bust on them a little bit.
Yeah, they great officials doing a great job tonight.
Great guys too. That's what makes it more fun.
Richardson, out it goes. Here's a three-pointer, one go. Knocked away and on the floor, and out of bounds goes to GRC with minute 37 here in the third quarter.
Man, all you see are Navy jerseys around the ball on that offensive glass.
I'm going to take some, wipe up some moisture on the baseline.
Yeah, Mason hasn't been in a while, so keeping fresh guys for Coach Page. Losing Janias Burrell, he decided not to play anymore. That does hurt their depth a little bit. So some of the guys that haven't gotten to play in the last year or two now get their chance to shine.
Montez Gay gets it in to Ashford. Malachi Ashford, he's a good player. Over comes now to Gay, three-pointer, no good. And rebounded, and coming down with it is Jamari Mason. Dawson won't go and pulled away. Coming out of there with it is Craig. Craig bounces right side. Morganson, three, good. Out of the right side, Morganson, the freshman. He's one of the top freshmen in the state, I'm telling you.
He plays with some swagger now.
And he knocked down that three. There's a double dribble, no call. I guess
Ashford got a piece
of. Looking down low to Malachi Marino. Overcomes now to Holman. Drives down, stripped away, foul called. 36-35. Great crossing by a single point. 49 seconds here in the third quarter. And we'll going to get some subs into the game after the next dead ball, after this free throw. In and out. Coming back into the game, Cole Rose comes in, big number 32. And back in the game is Johnson, Jamie Lynn Johnson. He played a little bit in the first half.
And Clark County just keeps bringing big boys off the bench.
Yeah. Free throw connected there by Holman, 37-35. Malachi works it down on the left side, 44 seconds. Back it comes to Gay, working there, goes to the basket, faking on the big guy. Comes out to Ashford. 32 seconds. I think they might take the last shot here, Tony.
Big possession here because Great Crossing gets the ball first. So you definitely want to score or get the last shot.
Johnson gets a handle on it, takes to the basket. It's blocked, and Ornham got a piece of it, I think. Down low is Mason. 10 seconds. Stripped away. Here comes Gay. Gay works down low and plays it up and in. Nice move by Gay. And the shot no good from three-quarter court. What a nice move by Gay, Tony.
Yeah, sure. That's what he does best.
37 all. We head to the fourth quarter here on Pretspin and the CWKYT in Lexington. 37 all. Great Crossing and George Rogers Clark. We'll be back. Welcome back to George Rogers Clark here in Winchester. We got the third quarter numbers, and they say numbers don't lie. They don't lie about Malachi Marino.
No, 18 points, 17 rebounds, 4 block shots through 3 quarters, and he is carrying the load. Vince Dawson and Gage Richardson are still struggling from the floor, 3 of 19 from the floor. L.J. Holman's second leading scorer was 7. Ashford was 11. Gay and Hager was 7. Spillman, Morganson was 6 each.
Gage Richardson hands it back the left side to Holman with Cooper checking in. Down low to Dawson. Back out front. Cooper to Holman. Trying to go to Malachi Marino. Post up. Throws it up and in. Malachi had it Bartleson hanging all over him. He still rolled it up and in.
Yeah, he's learned how to use his body a little bit, and he gets to college and puts some weight on.
Now he's got 20 and 17. Down low is Ashford. Comes over to Gay, who ended that third quarter with a nice bust out, didn't he?
Sure did.
39-37. Great Crossing out of Georgetown, Kentucky. Here's Morganson. Off the front of the iron, wouldn't go for the sensational freshman. Vince Dawson. Dawson lobs down to Moreno. He elbows and no call, and they call a foul on GRC.
Yeah, that could have gone either way, but I think Gay kind of popped him first, and as Malachi turned, kind of flared that elbow out a little bit.
Trevante Cooper talking to his big guy and he had to reach up, just touch his shoulder. Hits off the basket.
That's out of bounds.
Yeah, it's out of bounds, and it goes to GRC. 6:50 to play in this ball game. Tony, we're coming down in the nitty-gritty, 39-37. Great crossing on top.
If Clark County, they only got out-rebounded in the third quarter, 11-7, and had 4 offensive rebounds themselves. If they can continue that and make some shots, they're going to be right there at the end.
Ashford crossing over. Picks up, needs some help. Goes to Bartleson. Gives it back to Malachi. He's working out there on Holman. 6:25 to go in this ball game. Low-scoring game. Backdoor goes to Morganson, brings it back out, turns around, and hits the jumper with a fadeaway. I told you he was a sensational freshman.
That's a great back cut set. That works on 99% of the teams that don't have a 7-footer down there.
Dawson off glass. Dawson said, I can do better than that. Nice bank shot. I like guys that use that glass.
Absolutely. That's why it's there.
That's a lost start, isn't it?
Yep. Might want to watch Dawson catching fire here. This is what he does.
Yep. Malachi
That's a foul.
Puts it up and no foul called. Marino with those 18 rebounds and 20 points. Has it out front. Dawson getting his game going. Dawson working on Bartleson. Crossing over, stops, and three-pointer. Front of the iron, no. And coming out there with it and streaking down. And there's going to be a shot put up, but a foul called as Johnson had the ball, and he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, great hands by Johnson to come up with that loose ball.
Foul is on Richardson. That is his first.
Checking into the game is Eli Craig. And Johnson goes out. The timeout called. That's a full timeout. So we'll step out on Brett Spin and the CW. Good game here tonight, 41-39. 5:25 to go in the ball game. We're back here at George Rogers Clark, and Steve Page says, what a job he's done at Great Crossing. Got to, the state final game last year?
Yeah, beaten by Lyon County in the state semifinals. Had a great season. And they are
trying to get back there this year.
Well, I'm not sure I've seen it. Saw it once, but I've seen it twice.
At the bottom of the backboard. You don't. If you're an inbounder, you never throw the ball that way toward the backboard.
And Gay was open.
Josh Cook exalting his ball club. What a job he's done here at Clark County. Came over from Mercer County. Dawson over to Richardson, down low to Moreno. He goes in the corner, and there's a shot won't go on the left side by Holman. Good rebound by Bartleson. Strick it down as Ashford. Lays it up. What a move there by Ashford. We're tied, Tony, at 41.
He beat Moreno down the floor. There was nobody there to protect the basket.
Vince Dawson for a great crossing. 4:44 to go in the ball game.
Coach Page going with the two big kids, freshman Brady Orm, of course, Moreno.
Yep. Brady Orm, he's what, 6'8"? Is that right?
6'7", 6'8", freshman. Good-looking kid.
Gage Richardson banks it in. Nice move by Gage Richardson.
Yeah, that's a senior taking advantage of a freshman on the defensive end.
Malachi Ashford works it down. 43-41. Lead for the Warhawks. And the Cardinals, Bartleson top of the key, goes to Fry. Approaching 4 minutes. There's a jumper, and that short man getting a piece of it was for his, fifth block? Was a big guy, Marino.
Wonder what Hager only has the 2 fouls. He's played very little this second half.
There's going to be a foul called down low on Gay, on Montez Gay.
Foul is on Montez Gay. That is his second.
It's set to check in Maddox Hager and also Spillman.
Hager and Spillman into the ball game. It is a timeout on the floor. A 2-minute.
2-minute media timeout. We'll be back to Winchester, Kentucky. 43-41, 3:48 to go in this ball game. It's a good one here at George Rogers Clark. We'll be back after this. Let's go down to Aaron Rose. Aaron?
Gentlemen, the message on the GRC bench is stay intense, but don't do anything stupid. They want to make sure that they are in the right position, right time. Coach Cook is definitely talking to his team and keeping that motivation up. So let's see how this game ends. Gentlemen, back to you.
Hager trying to get physical with Moreno. Dawson puts it up and in.
Yeah, great out-of-bounds play by Coach Page. They're out of the media timeout. Big basket to go up 4 now. Under 4 to go.
That was a good call. Ashford to the basket. Circus won't go, and rebounded by Dawson. Well, Dawson's really picked it up here lately in this latter part.
He's doing a lot of other things besides scoring. That's a foul.
He's fouled by Hager.
Foul is on Hager. That is
3:23 to go in this ball game, and it's going to be Vince Dawson at the line. Your thoughts about this Great Crossing team and GRC?
Well, Great Crossing is still trying to find themselves a little bit. Holman has not played very well tonight, but, you know, he just got inserted in the starting lineup here in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So you've got new guys playing new roles. They've got, 2 weeks to figure it out. But they'll be there when it counts, and I feel the same way about Clark County.
Timeout on the floor. Full timeout, so we'll step out on this CW 47-41 Great Crossing. We'll be back. We're back here at George Rogers Clark High School, Winchester, Kentucky. Gary Ball with Tony Wise. Tony, this has been a good ball game. First game was a great game between Sacred Heart girls and GRC girls.
Absolutely, but just what we expected. Obviously a monstrous possession here for Clark County coming down to 3 minutes to go. Need a basket badly.
Comes over to right side to Spillman. Down low. Come out to Spillman. Lines up a three. Misses a three. Knocked out by Dawson. Saves it back in to Orem.
Great look.
It was a great look. Holman
switch the defense. Is going to run and jump a little bit.
Comes over to Gage Richardson. Lobs to left side and putting it up and in Marino.
Those two guys have played lots of basketball together.
49-41. Great Crossing has an 8-point lead now. Ashford goes in. There's going to be a foul on Dawson.
Foul is on Dawson. That is his first.
Third foul on Dawson. 2:36 to go in this game, Tony.
Again, Clark County needs a score in the worst way.
Lob it way out to Craig.
Well, Dawson has locked Craig up all night long. He's only gotten 3 pops off and 2 good looks at the 3. That's it.
Spillman. That's a turnaround. Won't go. Rebounded by Moreno. How many is that for him now, Tony?
Lost count long ago, Gary.
20,
many.
22, I believe. Dawson. They're going to run some clock. They're up 8. Dawson. Back out top to Orem. To Richardson. He drives down. Can't get it now to Moreno. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the ball game.
I'd like to see a little high-low action back with Dawson and Moreno. But Clark County has not shown they can stop it, and they've only run it a couple times.
Minute 50. They give it back to Moreno. Good pass. A shot up and in by Holman. Good pass from Moreno.
Excellent.
Another assist. Minute 38. So it looks like GRC might go down to 55-1 in this building. There's Gay's jumper. Got it from the free throw line. Gay hit it with a minute 24 to go. Full timeout.
I would fully expect a little run and jump here from Clark County.
(51-43). You know, they're extending this lead kind of like the girls Sacred Heart did against the GRC girls, but the GRC girls started out, really, really well.
They did, and you know what, Gary? The 2 veteran teams that have been through the battles are really showing their teeth here in the fourth quarter, as well they should. Clark County did not go to the state tournament last year, so a lot of these kids haven't been there. Great Crossings coming off, a state semifinal appearance, and of course Sacred Heart, like you just mentioned, has won 4 in a row, state championships, and only one of those games has been single digits. So seeing kind of the both games play out the same way, where veterans are taking over and making the plays they need to make.
And I'm impressed with this Orem kid that's coming for Great Crossing.
Yeah, Coach Page went big, and he's really played well. Hasn't done a whole lot stat-wise, but he's really kind of made a difference in the game in other ways.
Marino gives now to Richardson. Gage to Holman. Holman gets it across to Dawson. Down to minute 12 to go in the ball game. And there's running through is Holman as it gets a pass from who else? Moreno again. He's got 7 or 8 assists, I know.
Having one heck of a game.
Working very close to a triple-double. Gaze, 15-41 go. 52 seconds, so Dawson is going to run some clock down to 46. Back out to Moreno. Back to Dawson. 53-43. Not going to really be indicative of the kind of ball game we had, though.
Not at all. Not at all. Great Crossing dominated the last 4 minutes.
Layup by Dawson. Morgeson showing his handles. And a three-pointer way out front. Won't go for Johnson. Another rebound for who else? Marino. He's going to run it out. And Great Crossing will win their 23rd ball game against his 4 losses. And that's it as they win it 55-43. Marino will be our star of the game.
That may be one of the easiest star of the games we've ever called.
Yeah. 55-43. George Rogers Clark falls to Great Crossing. And we're going to, of course, try to talk to Malachi Marino, a couple and the star for Great Crossing. We'll get the final numbers. I know he had 20-some points and 20 rebounds, so we had a big night tonight.
Yeah, he dominated both ends and had no answer. Clark County had no answer whatsoever.
And we're waiting for him to come over. Malachi, the big 7-footer. And Marino goes over and talks to Aaron. So let's take it down to Aaron Rose, who's got Steve Page and Marino.
All right, guys, I'm here with Steve Page and Malachi Marino. Gentlemen, big game, big win, extending that win streak to 15 games. How do you feel right now?
Oh, I loved how we played in the fourth quarter, and our kids responded to a challenge. Give them a lot of credit. They played a heck of a game. It's great to play a game like this, with 2 weeks left in the season. But I loved how my kids finished that game very calm, very under pressure, and we moved the ball. We finally moved the ball at the end of the game and got a bunch of layups by moving it. But they proved that the kids they are. They know how to win.
Malachi, double-double here tonight. I think we were getting close to maybe a triple-double. I mean, it's toward the end of the year. We're getting ready for tournament time. How's your team meshing? How do you feel?
I think I feel pretty good about it. Our team feels great. I mean, we're playing really well right now. Like Coach said earlier in the locker room, I think we're shooting 57% from the field, 45% from three, 219 assists on 99 turnovers. I mean, that's really good with how our season started, and I think we're really making a big run and kind of putting our name out there again.
Well, big tournament's coming up here very soon. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Congratulations, and we'll see you down the road. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Aaron Rose. That was Malachi Marino giving us his thoughts along with the coach, Steve Page. And we'll step out on the CW and come back. And thank you to the King of Stream, William Warfield. We'll be back after this on the CW. Welcome back to George Rogers Clark High School. 2 outstanding basketball games. Sacred Heart behind, Jordan, really to say 28 points and 26 from Johnson. They had 54 points. They defeat GRC 80-68. But I think a good game coming for Sierra Byers, the Michigan signee. She had a great game considering she's not near 100% right now, Tony.
No, not at all. She had times where she was somewhat dominant. I don't think they have anybody that can match up with her down low. But Johnson, the duo of Johnson and Jordan were just way too much for the GRC girls.
And Kennedy Stamper showed her true handling skills and point guard skills. She played a good ball game. It was a good game. In this game, it looked like GRC just ran out of gas a little bit because taking control of it in the fourth quarter was great crossing, especially Vince Dawson. I thought he really came up big. You get some final stats. So tell us about those final numbers.
Gladly.
Thank you.
Gary, great crossing, led by Malachi Moreno, 22 points, 20 rebounds, 9 offensive, 4 assists, and 5 blocked shots. He was 8 of 12 from the floor, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, and was completely dominant on both ends of the floor the whole game. L.J. Holman had 11. Vince Dawson had 10. Did not shoot the ball very, very well. Only shot 4 of 13, 0 for 3 from the 3 a week and a half, 2 weeks ago against Franklin County. He made a school record 8 in one game. So we know he can shoot it, just an off night. But he also added 11 rebounds for the Warhawks. Gage Richardson had 7. Jamari Mason chipped in 5. And Gage Richardson shot 3 of 11 and 1 of 6 from the 3, which is unlike him. So Clark County caught them on a night where I thought their defense really gave them some problems on the perimeter. But Malachi Moreno dominated underneath. And 46 total rebounds for the Warhawks, 18 offensive. Malachi Moreno out-rebounded Clark County by himself, 20-19.
Wow.
Great Crossing had 46 total rebounds, 18 offensive. Clark County had 19 total, 6 offensive. So Great Crossing had 1 less offensive rebounds than Clark County had total rebounds. For the Cardinals, led by Malachi Ashford with 13 points, and he earned every single one of them. I thought they did a great job on him and forced him into some tough shots. He also chipped in with 4 assists, playing all 32 minutes. We talked about Vince Dawson not doing a great job offensive. He just struggled, couldn't get the ball in the basket, but he still had 11 rebounds. The job he did on Eli Craig, who shoots 40+% from the three-point line, 0 for 4, 0 for 2, held him to 0 points. Also for the Cardinals, Montez Gay chipped in with 9. Connor Morgeson, the freshman, chipped in with 8. Maddox Hager, riddled with foul trouble, had 7 points and only played 16 minutes, and I thought that was crucial.
Morgeson will be the next big name in basketball at GRC. Mark it down.
He very well could be. He was very impressive and looked very comfortable tonight, but I really thought the foul trouble caused by Moreno, Bartleson ended up with 3, but Hager really got off to a great start, hit the corner 3 in the beginning of the game, and he only played half the game, mainly because he's trying to guard Malachi Moreno. Again, Clark County out-rebounded by 27 rebounds. Malachi Moreno out-rebounded Clark County by himself. Clark County in the second half, 7 of 26 from the floor, 2 of 9 from the 3. That's 27%. 34% for the game, where Great Crossing in the second half was 12 of 21, 57%. Only 1 of 8 from the 3, which is unlike them, for 12.5%, but made 5 of 6 free throws. 9 of 10 for Great Crossing from the free throw line for 90%. GRC only got to the line 4 times, made 3 of those. Second chance points we talked about at halftime, 21-0. Great Crossing beat Clark County.
There tells you a lot.
Absolutely. 14. George Rogers Clark had 14 points off the bench, where Great Crossing didn't have any. But we mentioned it there late in the game, where Brady Orem came into the game, played 10 minutes, had a rebound, had a foul, had an assist, actually had a block shot, but I thought his size also caused some extra problems where you can, Orem can come out and play a little bit on the floor, and you've got Malachi Moreno protecting the basket. So that was a great substitution on Coach Page's part and really gave Clark County some problems. But neither here nor there, both of these teams will be, I'm going to say they'll both be in a regional final, and I would fully expect Great Crossing to represent the 11th region again. Clark County is going to be the team to beat. They've already beat Montgomery County twice. They're the number 1 seed in that district. So I expect them to be in the regional finals as well.
A good job, Tony Wise, and good working with you on these 2 ball games. And the King of Stream, William Warfield. Aaron Rose, our sideline guy, did a great job tonight. Final scores, Sacred Heart 80-68 for GRC. And the boys' game was the final score was 55-43, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and Great Crossing wins it. Thanks for watching on CW, and we'll be back. This is Gary Ball for Tony Wise and the King of Stream. So long from George Rogers Clark High School.